I'm not gonna warm it up though, okay?
Hey David,
Yeah.
you're on the internet.
Hello and welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your game master for Dungeons and Dragons. Truly family RPG, because we are all family.
We are
So,
family.
Last time
couldn't resist.
was the mission The Assault on the Iron Monarch. The giant drilling machine with all the robots around?
Yes.
Yes. And you all nearly died, except for one hero who saved the day. Everyone else is unconscious or dying. So,
You're the hero. You know.
I assume you want to search the area? Because you're the only one up?
Yes.
A roll perception check.
Which die?
D20.
D20 plus your perception modifier.
Okay. Eleanor, can you check her modifier?
9.
Show her where it is.
Plus.
Nine plus 4.
Okay. You see, the only things that are inside the giant mechanical machine are 2 red Corundum elemental gems that serve as the power source for the machine. They're currently unpowered. They have to be recharged before you can move the machine around. And obviously, none of you are in any condition to move this thing on your own right now. If even the robots who were trying to repair it couldn't finish the job because you knocked them out.
I bet you a really smart guy who's read thousands of books in his lifetime, I bet he knows how to charge that thing.
If only he was alive.
If only he was conscious. He's dead or okay, unconscious.
He's unconscious.
If only he was conscious.
Just then, an ambulance cart arrives and picks up the unconscious members, and you can follow them to the hospital.
Excellent. Who sent us that?
So you're actually in the larger city of Valera in the land of Midgard. So because it's larger than the previous area you were in, it actually has hospitals and police
That's awesome.
force and more properly, properly populated.
Do you see me on the screen over there? I'm invisible.
Oh, because of the green shirt.
So after an evening in the hospital, you have fully recovered.
Awesome. Awesome. So, does that mean I can go back to 28?
We regain whatever maximum hit points
Yes.
are?
You gain maximum hit points.
Oh, that's like the most vicious one ever.
Spells, whatever else. Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh my. Oh my. You're even drinking water even. It's not even carbonated water.
Yeah. I burp a lot. Can't be part of business. I also eat a lot. That's probably why I burp a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure those purple dice are fresh dice. Nobody has rolled them yet.
Whoa.
Anyway, so
Do I have to get up and get it to you? Sorry. Go ahead.
So after the day has passed, you guys are just kind of settling in, trying to recover from what has just occurred. And the mayor of this town comes in. Well, hello, boys and girls. My name is Mayor McCree.
Mayor McCree.
No, this is the town, the city of Valera. You may not be as used to a big town as you were in your previous area, but I imagine you want payment for your services.
Yes, please.
We would appreciate it.
Well, unfortunately, due to recent circumstances, I am unable to give you that payment. You'll have to see the Office of the Treasury. Suffice it to say, when I was in charge of such deeds, I did not know there was such a thing as a budget.
Ah, that explains it.
Bureaucracy. Doesn't matter what time period you're in, there's always bureaucracy. The real hell.
And I know you probably wanted that giant drilling machine, but that has been confiscated to help pay off that budget. We cannot give it to you. It is very valuable for the city's budget.
We still have our cart, though.
That's right. You gotta leave before you try to take that.
Oh no, that is yours, sir. That is yours. But if when you are fully rested, fully well, please visit the office of the Treasury, and they will see to it that you compensate.
Okay.
Budget allowing.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. David, you mind rolling me 2d20s so I know what my new portent is? 3 and a 4. Okay. That's fine. I don't have to use them on me, so alright. I can use them on an enemy attack.
Why are you rolling? Why are you getting a new
Every new
fortune?
day,
Oh,
he gets
Because I'm a divination wizard.
Oh.
I don't just predict the future. I make it happen.
Nice.
So you all ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so you come across this large, very regal looking building. You go inside, there's all kinds of different large stacks of filing cabinets and shelves and desks, and you hear like clicky clacking and various machinery, various sounds of busy, very busy work.
I see where the budget went.
Mm.
Bureaucracy.
So you come across this large desk with a man sitting behind it. He's middle-aged, bald, got beady little glasses, and he looks to be on what appears to be a typewriter. And there's a man sitting in the corner behind him, Dragonborn, and he has what looks like an abacus, but instead of beads, they're tiny skulls.
Ah.
And he just occasionally just starts moving them. His eyes are closed, and he's just kind of humming to himself, and he just slowly moves them back and forth. The man behind the office doesn't even stare up at you as he's still clacking, and there's a roll of paper coming out of this typewriter, and it just like kind of rolls down, and he taps a little bit, and just like, and he kind of rolls it up, and puts it away, and just starts tapping on something else. Welcome to the office of the Treasury. How may I help you? He doesn't even look up at you.
We would like to be compensated for saving all of your lives.
Yes.
A little thing
We
called-
almost died.
You have performed a job for the state, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
What is your occupation?
The A-team.
Mercenary?
Adventurers.
All
He kind
of-
of sneers
all
when
of
you
the
say the
above.
word adventurers. He kind of sneers. Adventures.
All of the above.
Mm. Due to the sporadic nature of your occupation, it may be very difficult to properly calculate what reward should be given. And so you goes through a filing cabinet, pulls out a bunch of paperwork, and says, "Here, please give in exact detail the method of your adventuring, and each of you sign it with affidavits, and I will determine the value of your
I
work."
think we should give him our daggers. Just decide it for ourselves how much we're worth.
Just roll a persuasion check.
Okay. D20?
Yeah.
So 18. Do I get anything to that?
Your
Oh,
persuasion.
6.
It
I
should
got-
be very good, being the
So I'm
bard.
24.
I got 9 plus 7.
Okay.
I'm 24.
He's got it good.
I figured.
So after you fill out the paperwork and expressly in writing determined all the work you have done
Right.
for the city. Oh, yeah.
I fill in the details for when you were unconscious.
Right, thank
She
you.
fills in the details for when I was unconscious.
Right.
It's all.
Right.
Yeah.
You tell us how it finally happened. You saved the day. Congratulations.
Our hero.
Quiet one. Okay.
Mm. So he looks over the paperwork. Well, very, very interesting. I shall have to forward this to the head office.
We would like. Oh, right.
We also have references. The people that were in the barn could hear us.
Yes.
Well, upon immediate looking at the balance, I could give each of you 30 gold.
Oh, that's great.
Is there an alternative?
Well,
Don't you have any different book in your hand?
you could be sent to Waterdeep and work for the head office at Acquisitions Incorporated. This is our branch. We were sent here to Midgard after finding out the local mayor had overspent. It's what you get when you don't have people who don't understand budgets.
Right. Well,
So this is a corporate-owned city now?
This is a subsidiary of Acquisitions Incorporated. We are just managing their funds.
The city's funds.
Yes. Until they get back in the green.
And you'll decide when that happens.
Well, there are average amounts of proper wealth for cities to be considered safe and not in debt.
Yes.
Obviously, Acquisitions Incorporated takes a portion of
It
these
takes
goals.
me longer to get out of debt.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
right.
but we are organizing it very well for them.
Who's watching you to make sure you're organizing it very
Oh,
well?
the head office, of course.
Oh, okay.
This sounds incredibly boring.
Well, I myself am a documancer, young lady. I make contracts that are legally binding. And if you don't follow the contracts, you may anger an angel or demon. So,
Nah,
it can be very interesting.
I think
Divinely binding.
I think the taxpayers of this city should all become anarchists.
My friend over here is an occultist. He counts the dead with his abacus.
Oh, is that what he's doing? I think we'll take our 30 gold pieces and leave. I think.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go
Well,
back to slang
I
stuff.
will make a copy of this information and forward it to the head office and see if they can persuade for any more. Obviously, what we have available here is not that much. However, if the head office decides you deserve more, in perhaps a 10-day, we could receive more compensation.
We spent half our money that we made in your hotels, staying here and eating your food.
Fun fact: a 10-day is an actual week in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
It's not 7 days; it's 10. That's 10 days.
okay, that's odd.
Just to be different.
Yeah, of course.
So he puts your documents through his typewriter and makes a proper typed version of it. And then he has this bag underneath that this is a bag of sending. It will send all of your documents to the head office. So he puts them through and you hear a and you see a bunch of like shreds of paper flying past the desk and it's like, oh, that was the shredder option. Click.
Oh, no.
And so he remakes the documents and
That's
sends
what
them
we
through
do.
properly.
And meanwhile, we're standing here thinking, and these are the people in charge.
I almost want to cast haste on him just to quick up the process. That'd be a waste of a spell.
But
yeah.
not a minute after he sends the information, another message comes back out of the bag. Well, that was certainly faster than head office normally acts. Unfolds it. Attention all adventurers. There is a terrible earthquake that has occurred in Waterdeep. All adventurers requested to help either find the culprits or attend to the needy, the sick.
Culprits? Are there usually culprits for an earthquake?
Apparently they believe it to be
Magical origins?
of natural origins, yes.
Well, I don't know. If we haven't been paid yet for our first deed, I don't know if we should take another job for this.
Well, you have each gotten your 30 gold.
Oh, okay.
You got 30 gold.
Mhm.
I got too much.
It would
You went down 30 gold.
be more of an
What's
advantage
30?
to you if you were to help head office. Along with this report, you could get even more from head office.
Interesting. I don't know. This is getting a little bit.
Can I
we're
do an
kinda-
insight check?
Sure.
Sorry, I said that in his voice, but I should have said it in my own voice.
We're
Natural 20. I know he went to bed. Okay.
he knows everything.
He's telling the truth.
Sounds like it's a good gig.
Yeah. We can certainly open a portal for you from Midgard to Waterdeep. If you think this city is big, oh, Waterdeep is gigantic. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm not really a city person, even though I'm a bard and I Probably should. I like small towns.
Waterdeep
So
loves
people
bards.
appreciate me more.
There's colleges of bards in Waterdeep. You'll be very welcome.
You ever want to go to college?
No. Me? No. What?
I've been to 15 colleges.
Yeah. No, my character's never been in college.
Of course, due to the explosive nature of this potentially man-made earthquake, you probably would be best tending to the wounded and seeing if you can find any survivors. I'm sure the task of finding the perpetrators will be far too difficult for someone at your capacity.
Meaning, sounds like a challenge.
So they open a portal.
First, do you have any like healing potions we could bring with us? Any medical supplies?
There's plenty in Waterdeep.
It's just a matter of administrating them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can't administrate them here, but I'm sure head office would be able to help you.
Okay. Who should we talk to when we get to head office?
Omin Dran.
Omin Dran.
If possible. And obviously he is the head of the head.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's also Jim Dark Magic.
Yes.
I can't remember the rest. There's so many people in our company.
Of course, of course. How would we recognize Omin Dran?
He's bald, tiny glasses, looks a lot like me actually. Not that I tried to model myself after him. He is a good role model for the company.
I'm sure. I do a history check on Omin Dran.
Sure.
27. I know he does not wear the badge. He has satin sheets.
He's a paladin, wears full plate armor, and he started the company over a decade ago, and has collected many people over the years, and spread out to many different places. And there's the possibility of opening your own franchise if you impress him enough.
Oh
You
my
can start
goodness.
making money through the company.
Is he also a Lord of Waterdeep?
He is also an open Lord of Waterdeep.
What does that mean?
That means he's like one of the main head honchos, like the guy who's mayor you were just talking to. He's more than the mayor of Waterdeep. He's like
There's like a big council.
a synod,
of,
yeah.
Yeah, secret citizens of the city that are basically in charge of everything. It's sort of like if the Illuminati were literally in charge and everybody knows it.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
gotcha.
yeah, they meet up in that building, but still nobody knows quite sure who's in there.
Right, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes it pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to work for these people. I just want our money.
Well, even then, you're going to be helping people with even if you don't directly work, you'll have to be authorized by the it's Acquisition Incorporated in most cities that authorizes adventurers like you to do your job and get paid for it. So if you're not associated with someone, you don't necessarily get paid.
I think we kind of anarchists. We do our thing, and then we take what we feel is owed us.
But if they're taking over, basically our industry, it might be good to get in on the ground level.
See why I mentioned the hard part of adventuring is your sporadic nature. The hard part of defining what you do on a daily basis. If we're
okay
able
with
to
that.
codify it.
We're okay with that. We'll go out in the wilderness and camp for 6 months, and we don't find another adventure.
But then you don't get paid, and you don't eat, and you don't survive. Whereas this is a regular source of income. It turns you not just to adventurer, but say a baker or a blacksmith, someone who has a regular source of income.
So in other words, getting a job. That doesn't sound like a very good idea. We're like a band
It turns
of-
what you already do into a job. Isn't that fun?
I think that, I don't know. Maybe the fun part of it is that it's not a job.
I can use one of those bags. It's pretty neat.
And even though I'm just a...
Well, you'd have to become a documancer to get one of those.
And
You have to apply at the head office.
Okay.
Even though I'm just a bard, I still can hunt and get food.
Yeah, this new book does include, like I mentioned, the Documancer or Occultist. There are side projects you can add to your characters in order to give you special items and special things. If you're interested in such things.
basically, we just got the new book and we'd like to implement it in some way.
Sure.
If you're a secretarian, you get a sending stone, which can communicate directly to head office.
I say we be freelance wanderers. We'll do jobs for you, but you don't own our employment. You don't own us.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're pretty footloose and free about how much order they require of their employees for the most part, right?
Oh yes, very much so.
Alright, I'm sold. Sign up.
As long as we don't go outright murdering villages in the name of Acquisitions Incorporated, they'll probably be okay with whatever we do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Adventuring, not pillaging.
Right. We're the good guys, so we don't do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So you go through the portal.
Sure.
All right. You go through the portal and it ends up right in front of the main offices of Acquisitions Incorporated in Waterdeep.
And is there still earthquaking?
No, the earthquake has occurred.
Okay.
And your inquiries and into internships and franchise opportunities at Acquisitions Incorporated have gone better than you'd hoped. Ridiculous rumors talk about how prospective interns of Acq Inc. aren't always treated with respect, dignity, or care. Even more ridiculous tales of interns dying at an alarming rate are told throughout the city. Thankfully, you don't believe a word of any of that. So far, everyone at head office has treated you with kindness, even a bit of deference. You were shown to this elegant conference room, given fine food and drink, and asked to speak to none other than Omin Dran, founder and CEO of this august organization. It isn't long before the door of the conference room opens and an intense-looking half-elf in plate armor enters. He wears a holy symbol of Tamora, the goddess of fortune, around his neck. It's Omin Dran. With no introduction, the CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated speaks. Thank you for answering my call so quickly. When the earthquake struck the city 2 days ago, damage was limited, but a sinkhole opened up a fissure beneath an abandoned warehouse in Dock Ward. 2 City Watch guards entered the fissure to investigate, but never came out. They're now feared dead, and the City Watch has asked me to take over the investigation. But my schedule is complicated at the moment, so I'm delegating that job to you. As experienced adventuring group, I've no doubt you can handle the task. Before you have any chance to respond, Omin drops a hefty bag of coins onto the table. The pay is 500 gold dragons for the group, with a 20% commission, going to Acquisitions Incorporated as the broker. Go to the warehouse next to Jolly's Lamp Emporium down by the docks. Tell the City Watch guards stationed there that I sent you. Explore the fissure, learn the fate of the guards who went missing, and come back to me with the signed City Watch papers confirming your completed work. Then without another word, Omin Dran turns and leaves the room.
Can you get a map? Oh.
Nope. Doesn't even look at you, just puts down the money, puts down the information, and leaves.
That's management for you.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
You get the idea that he's just offered you the big job that the other guys believe you were not ready for.
Right. That's a lot of coins.
Yes, in Waterdeep they call gold dragons.
Okay.
So
The coins, so it's
Yep.
like 500 gold coins.
they interchange between
That's
gold.
125 apiece.
Yeah.
Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Which we already have now, right? So we just write that down now?
Yeah.
125 gold each. 125.
Plus, did you add your 30 Ireland?
Enter.
Also?
Oh yeah, we brought our cart with us too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Don't forget our cart.
Yeah, we can ride. We can ride in it. We have our horse.
Mm-hmm. So as you walk through the halls of this organization, you see a painting that inscribed underneath it just says Jim Dark Magic. So it appears to be a painting of the other guy you mentioned. And someone who looks just like him, but with thick glasses, approaches you.
Ah,
Almost as if he's trying to disguise the fact that he's Jim Dark Magic.
right. Even though there's a painting of him on the wall, right?
A puff of smoke erupts out of nowhere as the haze disperses. A handsome figure steps forward. It's Jim Dark Magic, the New Hampshire Dark Magics. Except he's wearing a set of glasses, apparently thinks it's effective disguise as he bows before you. Well, I know when you know, he says, but I couldn't help but notice you seem a little flustered. I believe Omin just offered you work, and I also have a feeling you might not be the adventuress he thinks you are. Jim looks around to make sure no one else is listening in, and he leans forward to deliver a conspiratorial whisper. You want my advice? Do the job. If you can pull it off, Omin will be so impressed you have a leg up on everybody else in trying to gain footing with the company. You heard the phrase opportunity knocks? Well, opportunity is heading right at your door, the battering ram. Stand in that doorway, friends. Let opportunity smash its way in.
Sounds like we're being set up for something. Everything's just a little too easy.
Are you doing an insight check on him?
Sure.
Okay, I rolled a 20, and then a 19, now I rolled an 18.
Wow.
18 plus 7. I know
25.
that he wakes up when he has to use the restroom, and then he goes back to bed. Yes, yes.
He just wants you, more people to be on Omin's good side. And he even offers you a spell scroll of Jim's magic missile.
Oh boy, oh!
What is
It's a special version of magic missile. You actually, instead of just hitting, you have to roll a ranged spell attack to see if it hits. And instead of doing 1d4 damage, it does 2d4. And if you roll a natural 20, it does 5d4.
Oh, wow.
But if you ever roll a 1, all the darts hit you.
Ah!
Yeah.
You only do 1 damage, but however many darts you're firing kind of raises the stakes a bit.
I wanted to get that in my my list there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what level spell is it?
It is... And I flipped right to the page. It's first level.
First level spell, okay.
First level evocation spell.
So that means it will cost 50 gold. So, okay.
Here's the description of it. Any apprentice wizard can cast a boring old magic missile. Sure, it always strikes its target. Yawn. Do away with the drudgery of your grandfather's magic with this improved version of the spell, as used by Jim Dark Magic. You create 3 twisting, whistling, hypoallergenic, gluten-free darts of magical force. Each dart targets a creature of your choice you can see within range. Make a ranged spell attack for each missile. On a hit, the missile deals 2d4 damage to its target. If the attack roll scores a critical hit, the target of that missile takes 5d4 instead of you rolling damage twice for a critical hit.
So, you're buying it, John?
He gave it to me, and
Yeah,
I spent the money in order to put it in my spell book.
So it's not just Jim Magic Missile, it's Jim's Magic Missile.
Yes. I already have magic missiles.
So you could get the spell, but you have to spend money to put it in your book?
Well, that's the thing. He gave me the scroll, and if I just read it from the scroll, I can just use it the one time.
Oh.
It'll be done. I have to actually copy it into my spell book
Gotcha.
in order to be able to use it
Gotcha.
many times I
Okay,
want.
that's
Yeah.
cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
We'll assume we get an extra hour to do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Sure, this place has a Starbucks you guys can get something at and while I copy this down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
More corporate identities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Omin bucks probably. So.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So you want to head to the dock ward?
Well, I guess we ought
During
to.
there shopping we can do?
Well, I know there is a map somewhere we have of the Waterdeep. Harley is still in the book over there. Give you an idea of where you're going here, because we had a previous mission called, was it? Ah, there.
Dragon Heist.
Dragon Heist, yes, we did play through Waterdeep Dragon Heist some time ago, and it came with this map. Waterdeep.
That's a big city.
Oh, yes. Yes. So you are. Let's see. I don't know if this is off exactly where the Act Incorporated is, but you're looking at the dock ward is down here, and you're probably near the yawning portal over here.
So where's the
Big old area of the dock ward is that had this earthquake.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. There's a lot of different shops. The Yawning Portal in and of itself is the most popular of the taverns. There's the Sword Maiden here, Brawlhun Villa, Trollskull Alley, a couple of different places you could get
What about
potion, weapons.
what the tavern that we made in the other game?
Oh, that tavern.
Sure.
What'd you call it?
I don't remember actually a name for it.
You never actually named
Probably
the tavern?
something ghostly in there. 'Cause it
Yeah.
had
Well, that would be actually up here near Trollskull Alley. It's at the other end of the city.
the Ghastly Guzzler.
Ghastly Guzzler.
There's actually a ghost that's the bartender.
Oh, cute.
He came with the place. Couldn't
So
get
you
rid of
head to the Ghastly Guzzler, even though the Yawning Portal serves the same purpose and is much, much closer to you.
Fine, you know what? You went on to go to Ghastly Guzzler. No, mock us talking like that.
Okay.
You know what? How about we're new in town? I'm going to get me a drink, and we're already in the Yawning Portal. I'm going to get a random drink.
Random drink?
Yes.
Alright.
Teleporting doesn't settle with my stomach.
Obviously.
I need something to drink.
Roll percentile.
Ginger ale and crackers.
I'll see what I get. I don't know. 48. At least I didn't get a 42. That would have been bad luck. I'd be playing Galactic Gurgle Blaster.
Yes.
It's like getting hit in the brick in the head with
It's
a
a
brick.
nice tall glass
brick.
of water.
How appropriate.
It costs 1 electrum piece. You're no longer dehydrated, and you feel like this will help whatever hangover you may have the next day. A stranger sits down beside you and orders the same thing. You strike up a conversation over the strange shared taste of this odd environment. After some enlightening conversation, the stranger gulps down the rest of his water, bids goodnight, and departs. You realize that you not only do not know his name, but he left behind a small glass coin beside his cup. You push through the crowd to find him, but he seems to have vanished. The coin is clear water coin of hydration. When dropped in a glass of any liquid, it turns to clean, clear, refreshing water. The coin turns to granite and must be given a day to recharge.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
A clear water coin of hydration.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a nice tall glass of water known for hydrating thirsty travelers exceptionally well. A slice of lemon is added as a nice garnish. The glass is surprisingly clean as well.
Well, description for a water. Anybody else want a shot?
I will.
Roll percentile for him.
What, don't you have percentile dice? Yes. You have the. Well, fine, I'll roll for you. That way you don't have to roll
Oh, yeah.
more
Roll
dice.
it
Okay, the reverse, 84.
Oh, wow.
Is it? 84. Yeah.
You see a drink that is thick and red as blood with greenish swirls, served with a green snake's head on the rim.
Doesn't
Called a
sound
bloody Medusa.
appetizing. Does not sound appetizing. Can I be sure that this
It costs
is gonna
10
be safe?
gold. Drinking this concoction.
10 gold?
Yes, but
Woo.
drinking this concoction
like being
acts
a-
as if casting stone
It's
skin
like being
on
at a
yourself.
concert.
If you drink this, you'll have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for 1 hour. Might want to hold on to this drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep that.
Get a
So-
to-go cup.
Yeah, so,
10 gold.
okay, so minus 10, I'll just,
Do you want a drink?
minus 10. I'm just going to.
Just
sure?
write down a stone skin drink.
You gotta drink that. We got protection from damage. I got water.
And a coin which should make more
And a
water.
coin. Well, clean water, yes.
Clean water, yes.
Okay.
So you don't want to try? And Paladin?
No thanks.
Okay.
Alright, that's pretty good. I mean, 10 gold, I guess worth maybe saving me in one battle.
You
What
could have
is it?
used it last time.
Yeah. What does it give me again?
It gives you resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage for 1 hour. So drink it before a fight.
Right. Okay, I just wrote that. That's good. Awesome.
Okay. Any supplies we need to get? Any weapons? Armor?
Well, I wouldn't mind having a more effective weapon.
Okay, grab that player's handbook, hand it to John. He's going to be the one to look up all the weapons and prices and stuff. It's going to be...
His deal's already handling enough, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently I have a rapier and a dagger.
The dagger you can probably keep because you don't use it that much anyway. But you might want to change out the rapier for something more powerful.
The rapier is a finesse weapon. It's hard to find because most weapons require strength, and he doesn't have strength.
Yeah, you can use simple weapons, hand crossbow, long sword. But again, you're probably better in dex than you are strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is there for a weak guy like me?
Well, you could upgrade it to a +1.
My rapier?
Yeah, that would actually give it magical damage and +1 to your attack damage.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
It'd probably take all your money, but
Really? That much?
it's rather expensive. You're making a magical weapon here.
How much does that cost? How much is that? And what does it do at plus? While he's looking that
The
up.
+1, that would be under the Dungeon Master guide.
Is that still on the other side now? Because I don't have it over here. Give me, oh, wait, right here. Right here, never mind. I remember. I think I can flip the page. I think I bookmarked it, actually. Yeah, under buying. Okay, so making a magical weapon.
Let's do weapons.
Well, I thought it was just magical items, and there was a list of prices in front of it. Let's see.
The price range is for right there.
Here we go.
I think.
Where?
That,
What? You want me to?
just look at your weapons.
Weapons? Where's?
It's in alphabetical order, the magical items.
Okay.
Go to the back of the magical weapons. Magical items, weapons.
Right back. Marks, blessings.
No, not that far.
Not that far. Too
That's
far.
the
too far.
items.
Okay.
Ireland, you have
Not
giant
artifact.
die. You have giant die.
Well, weapon +1. Okay.
There.
Okay, one
Uncommon,
is
right?
uncommon,
Yeah.
so that'd be, let's say about 300 gold.
Get the calculator
It would give
out.
you +1 to attack and damage, and would count as a magical weapon.
She already has a +1 short bow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which you haven't been using.
Where am I? Calculator.
She likes to go in and stab,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Calculator.
Yeah, you could do more damage if you had to use your +1 weapon, Robin.
96 plus 30 plus 125 minus 10. I have 341 gold pieces. How much does it cost?
300. So I said it would be pretty much all your gold.
So what does it do for me? What
It's a
exactly
+1
does
to
it-
your attack and damage rolls. And makes it a magical weapon, so any creature that would resist non-magical weapons gets the full damage from that weapon.
+1. Is
seen
that
this?
worth it?
Yeah, to every roll, regardless of how you roll on that d20, it adds
Alright.
any static extra.
Alright, I'll do it.
All right,
So I am down to
41 gold.
41 gold. But now you add +1 to the attack and damage of your rapier.
It's glittery.
Okay, so. So +1.
Oh, it's sticky.
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh,
attack.
it's sticky.
And
Oh,
plus
Oh, why
one
is
to
it so
that as
sticky?
well.
Okay.
Bring
Alright.
that back.
Anybody else want to
want
get anything?
It's probably all I can afford, so.
I'll get another healing potion. That like 100 gold for a basic healing.
Yes.
Okay, I can get one of those.
The way we've been battling, maybe all of us should get maybe you two should get another healing potion too.
You could get a bag of holding for 300 gold.
What is that? I forget.
Bag of holding, it's roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep, can hold up to 500 pounds.
Of things.
Not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic. The bag itself weighs 15 pounds regardless of content. Retrieving an item requires an action. So it's a TARDIS bag.
I mean, I don't have enough to get one. I don't.
I really
I'd
want
rather.
one.
Okay. All right. I guess we're done shopping.
Just make sure it's not a bag of devouring.
What is that?
Because that eats everything you put into it.
Destroy that.
But it looks exactly like a bag of holding.
So why would you want one?
because people made them to deceive others. Like, oh, sure, it's a bag of holding. Yeah. And they just
Wow.
they make the sale and
It's
suddenly-
on discount.
Right.
Yeah.
Beat anybody else's price.
Mm-hmm.
We're eating up the competition.
All right, I'm good to go.
Okay.
Let's
Do you
go
want to buy
home.
anything? No
Please.
healing potions?
You sure? Maybe you should buy a healing potion. No? Okay.
She doesn't care about us.
Okay. You don't want to heal us when we get hurt? Okay. We could go to. We got to help these people now, since we work for the man.
So the
Amen.
dock ward is a maze of seedy tenements, rough streets, and even rougher alleyways. There are safe houses, meeting places, and fronts for a variety of criminal organizations here. And none of the groups there are quite happy right now, since the sinkhole by the earthquake opened up smack dab in the middle of their territory. They also brought the Waterdeep City Watch to the ward, a move welcomed by no one, least of all the members of the Watch. You must stand guard over the site until it can be investigated and closed. So you find Jolly's Lamp Emporium, or at least you are able to ask for directions for it from a couple of places. One was called Maps and Potions. A ramshackle stall set up along a street bears a sign that reads Maps and Potions, spelled P-O-S-H-U-N-S. Potions. Potions.
Don't drink and drive.
Working the stall is a filthy but cheerful gnome urchin. Several pieces of parchment on display at the stall with 6 small ceramic pots placed next to them. Well, hello there. I'm Geronius Berry. You can call me Jer.
Hey, Jer. I'm Rad.
Hello, Jer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about who I am. I'm not nice to strangers all of a sudden.
Clearly. Face of fellow gnomes, I'm okay with it.
I don't trust anybody.
I
in
have
this
several
city.
potions of healing for sale. 50 gold each.
50 gold. Inside check.
Yeah.
Now I roll poorly. Ish. 16.
You believe it's just pots of fetid rainwater that he puts in some food coloring to make it look like.
See, I knew we couldn't trust this guy. See, I always use my intuition.
Yeah. That's a good point there.
They have a faintly fruity aroma.
Fruity aroma. Okay.
Fruit punch.
Yes.
It's orange juice. Room temperature orange juice.
I don't know.
I'm not buying it.
I think those are, well, I've always known, it's been a while since I've actually seen any gnomes around here. Are there many gnomes around here? You say he was a gnome, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just hearing things.
Yeah.
Well, not in this immediate area, but
Yeah.
it's Waterdeep. There's all kinds of people here.
It's good to meet you. Let's shake hands.
Oh, yeah.
I cast Shock and Grasp.
Okay. Roll to attack.
That's 18 plus 18 plus 8.
Roll damage.
Go, Shock and Grasp.
I'll look it up.
Yep.
Don't cast a spell if you don't know how to do it.
Go hush.
I think Ireland should get angry that the guy tried to swindle us, since she's chaotic evil.
I think she wouldn't care.
Uh,
You'd only be really angry if you're lawful good and it's like you are doing a bad thing.
she might get offended though.
Ooh, 9 lightning damage.
He's unconscious.
Okay. Here, try to use one of these healing potions on him right now.
Yeah, there you go.
That was my intention. That's all I wanted to do.
Let's see if he was swindling us or
It
not.
does heal him.
Okay.
So you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we were wrong.
Oh,
Why'd you do that for?
must have been static shock from the floor.
Let's do an Arcana check on the.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 26.
Okay. They are mostly rainwater, but apparently somebody puts in a good berry in each one. Like the guy crushes good berries, and there's a tiny bit of good berry juice that gives it just enough magical aura
1 hit point.
and 1 hit point to be like, yeah.
It technically heals. Oh, but in that case then,
He was
is the
for
good berry last for 24 hours then?
Yeah.
So, like...
He just makes them daily.
Okay. But they expire the next day.
Yeah.
So he
Okay.
was still trying to swindle us, so I don't feel bad about
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So, so these aren't very good healing potions, are they? Buddy.
No.
No!
You're a
No, they
disgrace to our
aren't.
people, that's what you should tell them. You're a disgrace to our... You're making gnomes look bad.
Now, what do you got that's good? I'm not going to turn you into the authorities, because technically it healed you. And I had to assault you in order to prove that. So, let's let bygones be bygones and get some real sales on your little buddy, okay?
I have maps of this area for 1 gold.
How about 1 silver?
Okay.
Okay. Then, see, there we go. That's a deal. Alright. Are they nice maps?
They're scribbles.
Can I read the scribbles?
Barely. Make a perception check.
You call that a map?
11.
You kind of sort of tell where things are, but it's certainly
Did you
not...
write these?
Yes.
You have terrible penmanship.
Plus, I don't know where things are.
You're pushing your luck, little buddy. Third time's the charm. Sell me something good. Otherwise, I'm sending her after you.
Oh.
You don't want that.
He looks through some of his other notes and papers and potions and things.
Reading.
I really don't have anything else. I'm sorry. Just, you know what? If you just leave me alone, I won't bother you again. Okay? Okay?
I think we can do that.
There's your silver piece back. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Here's your trash back.
Good luck. Good luck swindling anyone else that you come across.
What's the building made out of?
Do you have a vendor's license?
He does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in the city watch is thoroughly regulated.
In Dragon Heist, it's a huge, bureaucracy is the real villain.
Mhm.
Yeah. What is the building made out of?
It's like just wood and some stone bricks underneath for a support. Just like a wooden stand.
Wood.
If you're thinking of burning my stall, please don't. I don't have very much.
I didn't say this out loud. What are you talking about? I just said wood.
That burns.
It's your lucky day. I don't cast any fire spells.
If you want, I can just read on it.
There's that.
Oh please, no. Just I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone. We all work together here, right? Yeah. Hmm?
Maybe you should just be a good gnome and actually tinker something right.
Be honest about your products.
Hmm?
Make good products.
Or make good products.
Yeah.
Oh, both. Yeah. It's just something. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I suppose we were warned that this is an area of criminal activity. I just didn't know people from behind the counter. Good day, sir.
Yes.
I said good day.
Good day.
I say good.
And we leave.
As you walk by, a figure stands in an alleyways, luminous eyes glowing beneath a dark hood. As the hood is pulled away to reveal a skeletal face, the figure unexpectedly speaks. Your money or your life.
I don't think we're afraid of too many people.
Can I set it on fire?
Let's get a little battle started.
I think we should
started.
because he was being aggressive, so we have every right to defend ourselves. We don't take anything from anybody.
Huh?
We take their lives.
Yeah, well, yeah. I may be a bard, but I'm not a pushover.
How many of them are there? You only said one guy.
You see one guy,
And then
more show up.
We open our eyes.
We've been ambushed. We've been ambushed. That's
There's
okay.
the one in front, and in this alleyway. It's about here.
still, I can't cast Animate Dead when we're done with these guys because they're already undead.
Grr.
Actually,
They are?
No. That was just the first figures I was able to pull there. Actually,
Are they all undead or what's going on?
one is.
One is undead.
The one who's talking to you is undead.
Okay, the other guys aren't.
The others are not.
Okay. Okay, good. I might get a corpse out of this. Okay.
Yeah, you've been dying to use your, what do you call it?
Animate Dead.
Animate dead.
Should we roll for initiative?
In a moment. As soon as I get
Well, are you excited? Why not?
You get to assassinate someone.
Especially if you're gonna go first. Why are you gonna go first? Because you're super fast. And sneaky.
Okay.
You have a plate! You're as bad as Dad. Literally, I'll give him this
No
dice
fun.
tray. He'll like roll and he'll be like, Dad, why'd you roll over here? I gave you a dice tray right here. Okay! I made it this time.
Why did you make him sound like a really old man?
He's an old man.
Oh.
Old man Leonard.
Okay, rad.
Okay! Ooh, 14!
Okay. Arrow.
Roll for initiative.
Was plus anything?
4.
4.
So 5.
Okay.
Red, you disappoint me.
Modern.
Stop eating so much pizza.
17.
Okay, Jack.
15 plus
3.
3. Oh, 18, that's not bad.
Well, actually, is because the bandits still go first.
Oh.
They got a natural 20. I was like, oh, okay. So the main one moves forward toward Mogrim. And first attack, the scimitar. That's a 24 to hit.
That is.
Yes.
Wow.
Does 5 slashing damage. Second attack.
2 attacks. That's ruthless.
That's a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. It's another 5 damage. And 1 attack with a dagger.
What?
You'll probably want to drink your potion. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good idea. Is that a turn or?
It'll
It
be an
takes
action.
your action, yeah.
Darn it. So I got my new sword.
That's
I
only
wanna try
a
that.
13
Yes.
to hit. That's a miss.
That's a miss.
So I figured. Okay, so the other 4. One's going to move toward Jack.
Of course it is.
Yes.
The other 4? Are there like only 3?
Well, 3 bandits and 1 leader.
Okay, yeah.
That's only going to be a 7, so I'm assuming that misses.
That misses.
Okay.
That would miss a
On the
baby.
Class 14.
Yeah. One moves toward Arrow.
No.
Oh no, sorry, the other way around. Yeah. So to make that right,
Okay.
flip these spots in there. Now you did damage to Mogrim, and you're going to do. It is going to do damage to Arrow. I keep forgetting which figure is which. That's going to be only a 13 and misses.
Misses.
Okay. And the last one is going to move toward. Yep.
No.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Mhm. That's 19 hits.
Yes, that hits.
You take 4 slashing.
Okay.
Now, why did the big one go 3 times? Because he's bigger?
Because the bandit captain attacks 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And the other ones attack only once.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be the captain.
And this captain appears to also be a skeleton.
Captain Skellington?
Yeah. Anyways, Jack is next.
Do I try out my sword, or do I go and drink my potion?
We might go up against bigger
Dang,
foes
you
in
don't-
this.
Now
Yeah,
you
but
don't
it's only
have
good
any-
for an hour.
Yeah.
Now you don't have any hit points lost. So drinking it is useless.
Well, it just reduces the damage. So it's like
Right.
it would be casting Stone Skin. If anything does hit you, you would reduce the damage by half.
I'll go ahead and I'm going to use my sword first.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my rapier.
It's a 1d8.
Oh,
Well, no, you rolled d20 first.
I got 19.
Plus
Is
6.
that 16 or it's 19? Okay.
19
Okay.
plus 6.
25. Woohoo!
All right, you hit it.
Okay, so now my D.
Roll damage.
D8.
This is. Okay,
1 plus 3 plus 1.
Okay, so. Oh gosh, I only got 5.
Yeah.
5 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird.
You're the bard. You could, if you want to, use one of your spell slots to do Healing Word on her if you want. It's a bonus action to do Healing Word. Or you could do an Inspiration.
Well, what would that help us? Inspiration.
That she could roll an extra d6 on her attack.
Do healing on me.
You sure? How many do you have?
27 hit points.
Alright, I'll do it here.
I've lost 10.
Do I need to roll?
You and me roll how much of healing. Oh, the d4, so the pyramid one.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Right?
Well, I admit you did bloody the bandit.
Yay, 2.
So good thing you didn't
Wow.
take your potion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
Bloody the bandit.
yes, next is Mogram.
Alright.
You got this big old skeleton lady standing in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just
attack
hit you really hard.
I'm gonna attack the undead one.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer.
Good choice. Why don't you do a nature check on skeletons?
Alright. That's an 11.
Skeletons are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage and resist slashing and piercing because you're breaking their bones, not piercing through them or trying to slash through
That
them.
Going
Warhammer
between their
is
bones.
perfect.
That
Yes.
makes sense, yeah.
Yes.
Stabbing a skeleton would not be all that effective. Oh, nothing to stick.
Probably just go through their ribs or something.
Yeah. So you're doing your Warhammer now?
Uh-huh. 11 plus 6.
Nice.
Right? 11 plus 6?
Does it
Equals
hit?
100,000 and a
Alright.
million.
So
Plus 10.
I get to do extra radiant damage because I'm dead.
And double damage because bludgeon.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna kill him. Hopefully.
Maybe, maybe not.
He's probably tough to kill, but that's a lot of power behind that hammer.
Okay, so that's 7 plus...
Is that just your bludgeoning damage?
Yeah. 7 plus 6. 7 plus 9.
Okay.
So that's bludgeoning. And then radiant damage.
What was your first one? I don't remember.
I first did bludgeoning, now I'm doing
Oh,
radiant
okay.
damage. So radiant damage is going to be 4 plus 6 plus 6.
Okay. She is bloody. If skeletons could be bloody.
Right.
What is
Crushed your
Marrow?
ribs.
Marrow, yeah. Marrow and stuff. Mm-hmm. Next is Rad.
Hey! I'm going to try this Jim's magic missile.
Yes.
Yes, on the one in front of me.
Okay.
So that's going to be 15 plus 8.
That hits.
So what'd you say it was again?
2d4.
2d4 total.
Well, per missile.
And 3
so you
missiles.
roll for each missile,
Okay.
and each one that hits does 2d4. Well, roll to see whether they'll hit. If anyone has a 1,
each one I have to roll
each
for?
one you have to roll for.
Okay. So
if
fine, that
anyone
one
is a 1, all of them hit you.
Okay.
But they're
So-
gluten-free missiles. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I shoot for that. That's 11 to hit.
That's misses.
Okay, so 1 miss, 1 hit. That's 16 to hit.
Hits.
2 hit. Okay.
Yep.
So
Roll
it's
2d4 for each one.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 11 damage.
Okay. That's just enough to kill him.
Huzzah!
Yay.
That's 1 spell slot down.
All right.
I'm going to use you later.
Last but not least, Arrow. What are you gonna do? You got a big guy right in front of you. Well, not the biggest guy, but yeah.
Hit the one in front of
Yeah?
Rapier.
Rapier?
She's at rapier.
Okay. Roll to hit. 16
Plus.
hits.
Plus. John, what does she have at 16?
16 plus 6.
That hits.
What is 16 plus 6? 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 10. Yes! Okay, so now a D8 plus 4. So roll the big one right over there to the right. That one, yes. Roll it. Roll!
I'm gonna put your cap back on your water bottle so you don't knock it over.
Yeah, good idea.
5 plus 4 is...
It's 5 plus 4, baby.
9.
Good.
Okay. Still up. Barely.
Good job. One is putting down.
We have 3 bots in chat.
Okay, back
Lurks, S1, I don't know if I say the rest of that, and Tide. T-E-Y-Y-D.
to right.
Weird.
Back up to the top with the enemies.
They're like bots that are in chat, but they don't really count as people. I don't know if it's actually, I don't know what's going on.
The skeleton captain.
So it's not
First attack
fake
on
accounts.
Logrim.
I get, oh, either that or just, programs
That's
that,
a 25 to hit.
that Twitch sets up, maybe,
Yes.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what purpose they serve. They never say
Take
anything
5
in chat.
slashing. Second attack. That's only a 15. It's gonna miss.
Yep.
Third attack. That's even less.
Woo!
The one in front of Jack.
Oh boy.
That's gonna miss.
Yay.
The one in front of, let's say, yeah, he's gonna attack Arrow. That is a 15. It's a
15, just hits.
Just hits. Arrow, you take 7 slashing damage. It's a
Oh,
scimitar.
no.
7 damage.
So
Massive hit on
minus 7 from your hit points.
Wait a minute,
Mhm.
have we taken any damage? She
No.
taken any damage?
Well,
I
if
wasn't
you hadn't
sure if
erased
you-
it from the previous mission.
Yeah, you didn't erase it from last time. She erased
you should
that.
be full health
Erased the
and
10 beside that.
Mm-hmm.
So we healed up. We had a good rest.
Sure did. And now you're
Okay,
getting
so
hit.
now
again.
it's 29 minus 7.
You know what that is? Can you do that?
It's the number I had you say earlier. I whispered it to you, and then you said it aloud. I mean, you said it on your own accord.
It's 22.
2-2.
You have 22 points.
Okay,
There you go.
cool.
That's good.
Alright, that is all their turns. Next is Mogrim. Oh, sorry, Jack.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with my rapier again as well. So, ooh, 19.
That hits. Even without adding it.
Okay.
Hits.
Whoops. So, yeah.
Yep.
1d8 plus 3. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Dead.
Sweet.
You didn't need your stone skin this time.
No, and apparently it was worth, I guess, yeah, it was worth 300 gold, I guess. I mean, I'm almost broke, but.
Really, I think
okay.
it was it was confidence that was in you already. It wasn't the sword. It was only you.
Right.
Using it to pay it anyways.
Right, yeah.
You should treat your guitar as your axe. And like, this is my axe.
Right. Ooh, small axe. It is.
Next is Margaret.
Alright,
Turn it up to 11, see?
so is the big undead one dead?
You got 2 left. The big one's still alive, and the
As much as dead can be.
as much as undead can be alive. Yes.
Unfortunately, she's gonna crush its bones with her hammer, so you won't be much use to you. Because if you were gonna bring one back to life with your spell, you'd probably want it to be the biggest one, right?
True, but he's already undead, so I can't use an undead again. She can't use it like that yet. Use her again.
I'm gonna use my warhammer again.
Okay.
No radiant this time.
Great.
So that's 10 plus 6.
That hits.
1 plus 2.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Plus your strength?
Yeah. Plus your other stuff. I mean, you should have other things to add to your warhammer damage.
Well, plus 4 plus 4.
Okay. Then the other attack should have done a lot more if you didn't add that before. Did you add all that together?
Well, okay, so the first is 5 and the second would be 6.
Okay.
This time, but the last time you didn't have those, right?
No, last time I didn't.
Oh, okay.
And I also did radiant damage last time. Because they're undead, so they're weak. They are vulnerable.
Why don't you do it this time?
I didn't want to. I have to use a spell slot to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to heal you again.
Yeah.
Well, she's still up.
Okay. And?
Handicapped, there's no pushover.
Yes.
Next is Rad.
Fred! Yes! I'm going to cast... Wait a minute, let me double check it first, just to be sure.
Yes, double check your spells before you cast them.
Yes, I know. Can I do a Arcana check to see whether or not she would be immune or resistant to necrotic damage?
Nature check.
Nature check, okay. That's a 21.
She would be immune to necrotic.
Immune to necrotic damage. Okay, I'm going to skip Toll the Dead then. Does she look really bad off though?
She's still bloodied.
Okay, I'm going to use Shocking Grasp again.
Okay. You gonna move up to her?
I'm already beside her.
Oh, right, you are beside her.
Your arms are very short.
Okay, I move up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, melee attack. That's going to be. Oh wait, is she wearing a metal armor?
No. Studded leather.
Okay. But there's stud. No, fine, never mind. Total of unnatural 20.
Okay, hits.
Okay. And that's 7 lightning damage.
Okay.
And she cannot take any reactions at the start of her the next start of her next turn. So I'm going to step back 10 feet.
Okay, still up.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
it's my
lucky she
turn.
didn't try hitting you. Those 3 attacks, if they all hit you.
Yes, I would be down.
Anyways, arrow.
Your turn, baby.
That guy right in front of you. Almost dead. You almost got him last time. Try again.
Rapier.
Yeah? Roll to hit.
Plus your...
Plus 6.
That hits.
18 plus 6.
Okay, so now you have to roll for damage.
Okay. So the D8 then is 24. Anyways. Ooh, 5 plus 4.
It's 5 plus 4.
9.
Dead.
You're getting the easy ones, but getting a little bit harder.
Back up to the top. The one you have left is going to attack.
Apparently we actually have somebody in chat. I don't know who it is, but hello, whoever's there.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Attacking Mogrim, first attack. That is going to be
Did Ireland kill
a
the
19.
thing?
That is.
Did Arrow kill the thing? Or
Yes.
No?
One
Yes.
of them.
Good job, Arrow.
Takes 6 slashing. Second attack. That's going to miss. Third attack. That's also going to miss. Jack, what would you like to do?
Well, I might as well try one more time here.
Going to move up to her
Yes.
with
Get to a point of
advantage.
advantage, yeah.
Yes, advantage.
So, 6.
Or
Roll again.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I looked at. Oh, nice too. So 6
6 or
plus
Plus 2 plus
5,
3
6,
plus 1.
so 12.
miss. Have you been using both attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Because next is Mogrim. You have advantage now.
Alright, I'm going to attack it with the Warhammer.
Yeah.
16 plus 6.
Hits.
See if you can roll again, see if you get a critical hit. Okay.
14 plus 6. So.
Okay, so.
9 plus 4 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I leap up in the air and stab it straight through the forehead.
Okay, just
We'll
smash its
smash
skull in.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing just dents in, and she goes, just the whole body just crumples as all the bones fall out of the armor and whatever's holding it together just kind of crumples up into a pile of dust and bones.
Okay.
So you won't be able to use that one for your.
Loot the bodies.
Bring, yeah. Well, they're scout. Well, they do have armor, so they might be hiding something.
Each
Not
of the
all of them
other
are dead.
each of the other guys had a scimitar and a crossbow with 10 bolts.
10 bolts. You want some bolts?
So you can get 30 bolts.
You have 30 bolts right here. Or wait a minute, you have a short bow. Never mind, you don't want bolts.
No, you
You
can't
want
use
arrows.
it. You can't use it. So.
Your namesake.
You can sell all the stuff.
There's that.
I
Also,
wouldn't mind having a short
how were
bow
they?
and
How
arrows.
were? Go ahead.
Oh, so 30 bolts, short bow, and 30 bolts.
No.
Crossbow.
Crossbow.
Crossbows.
Right up here.
Bolts are for crossbows.
Yeah,
Right.
crossbow.
And you are proficient in hand crossbows. Hand crossbow, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Gives you a ranged attack. You don't have any of those, so
Yeah, cool. Do I have to? I write down how many?
30. Yeah, you have to keep track of every time you shoot how many you have left.
So do I get to add it bonus since I'm
It's gonna be the same bonus I think as your rapier, so it's your dexterity modifier.
Proficiency, yeah.
so
Proficiency, yeah.
And-
Dexterity.
So plus 2 plus 3.
And a hand
It'd
crossbow.
be plus 3 actually, because your proficiency modifier.
Oh, well,
all those went up and you didn't.
Oh wow! So I've been doing better than I thought. Okay. Or
Yep.
I should. So as far as the damage,
Hand crossbow does
one
1d6.
It's not magical, so
Okay.
1d6
Yep.
plus your dexterity modifier.
Plus 3
Also,
piercing damage.
it has a range of 30
Everything I
slash.
have is piercing.
Has a range of 30 slash 120.
So without penalty, you can fire up to 30 feet. With penalty, with disadvantage, you can fire up to 120 feet.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Also,
Okay.
the woman in a pouch, belt pouch on the skeleton woman, you find a potion of healing, 10 gold pieces,
Nice.
and the bones of 4 of her toes that have fallen off. She used to be
Well-
really attached to them.
Uh,
Hmm?
Okay,
that's
Dad, you get the
in the
gold,
book.
I
I
get
get
the potion.
Okay.
I
since
get the
I'm-
bones?
If you want them,
I
you
don't
don't,
think
don't
it
have to
anything.
take them. Those 10 gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to make an
Up to
Arcana or
51.
Religion check on her,
Okay, I'll do Arcana check, yes. That's a 19.
she was raised as undead by a unique ritual that allowed her to keep her intellect and ability to speak.
Ooh, I need some of that action. I mean, I don't know why, but it seems interesting.
There's a later potential mission called A Horse is a Corpse, of course.
Okay. So, did anybody witness all this?
No, it was in an alleyway.
Okay. So we're still in that alleyway?
Yep.
Okay. Look around. Nobody's witnessing us. Okay, I'm going to cast Animate Dead.
Finally. You only get to use that once, right? Or do you get to use it more than once?
I can use it twice. I have 2 of those.
On one of the guys?
Yes. Okay. Whew.
We should do it on the one that can talk.
I has to be originally something that is presently human.
Oh, okay.
Oid.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Medium or small humanoid. So I can't just. Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah. So now I have a skeleton. It's under my control for 24 hours. I gather, did they have like cloaks and like hoods and everything?
Yes.
Okay, good. I have him like put his cloak over his head, so he's not quite so obviously. Oh, he's a zombie. Yeah, he's a zombie, not a skeleton. Okay.
Yeah.
A zombie, I think, would be more useful. Is it when it's got a zombie more useful?
Well, I think the zombies don't have the same vulnerability to bludgeoning as skeletons do. So.
There's that. Yeah, 8 ACs are really easy to hit. 22 hit points, speed of 20 feet. So we're going to slow down a little bit.
They're not fast zombies.
Yeah. He gets a slam attack of +3 with 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning damage. He understands all languages he understood in life, but can't speak. He's immune to being poisoned.
So hopefully he understood a language you speak, but you are smart, so you should speak whatever language you
Yeah, we'll be set. Also, Undead Fortitude. If it, damage reduces it to 0 hit points, if it's making a Constitution saving throw, the DC of 5 plus damage taken, unless it's radiant or a critical hit. Instead, the zombie drops to 1 if it makes a save. So that's cool.
Sweet. So you have your own pet zombie now.
Yes. Did he have any identification on him?
No.
Okay. What should we name him?
Zombie.
Name my zombie.
Zombie. Z.
Well, if we can't, I just can't say, "Come here, zombie." That's going to be kind of obvious to the public. We're trying to keep it on the down low.
Doesn't he look? What's this thing look
No,
like?
we have a hood over his face, so.
Yeah. Trying to, cover him up a bit,
Okay.
Going ET on this.
Yeah. All right, Ireland. What do you think? What was
He's
a good zombie
recently
name?
deceased.
Yes.
So it will take a few hours.
For
His body will start to, decompose and smell bad if it doesn't already. But,
Even if he's being reanimated. Or
yes,
whatever you call
yes,
it?
body still fall
Really?
apart.
We're trying to name my zombie.
That's why it only lasts a day.
Name
because
my
it makes-
zombie, please.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that
Makes
creative.
sense.
Mhm.
I have a 7 charisma. I need a nice name for my zombie. Why?
Ted.
Bleak.
Better off Ted.
Better Ted than dead? I mean, I was able to make a joke out of it, so I guess I will go Ted.
All right.
Okay.
Ted.
Your name is now Ted.
I don't care if you don't like it, Ted. Whatever, Ted.
And Ted we trust. Okay. Okay.
So as you continue through the dock ward,
Yeah, we do.
an old male human hobbles up the street, his long staff bearing most of his weight. His wrinkled face tells a tale of many hard years lived in poverty. As he passes an alleyway entrance, he looks up at you and grins, revealing his last few remaining teeth. Even as he opens his mouth as if to speak, a pair of meaty gray arms emerge from the alley entrance and yank him into the darkness.
I feel like we should help this.
Send Ted to investigate. No.
Well, we only have him for a day, so we might use him as much as we can, right?
I mean, I can catch it again tomorrow, but yeah. If not, he'll turn on us. They intend to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We can probably kill him pretty easily, though. As long as he doesn't come back when we're sleeping.
There's that.
So we'll just have to kill him before...
It's only 24 hours from now, so it's...
So you're currently 20 feet away from this alleyway when you see this man just disappear.
Disappear. Like vanish, like poof.
Like grab and
Oh,
you
okay.
see arms just pull him in
Pull him around the corner or out of our sight.
into a dark alleyway. Yeah.
Well, I say we. I don't know. Is a perception check anybody?
You rush in to help.
I'm going to do a perception
That's
check in there. I have dark vision. Actually, I have extra dark vision. Because, you know, I'm ugly and mutated and everything. My dark vision's not that good. 7 perception.
I say we rush
It's
in.
a dark alley.
It's a dark, very dark. Let's run in and help.
Just pulling some figures here. One of them's got the old man grappled. The other one is a Duragar woman. Yep,
Is that thing blowing out cold air?
it is. It's supposed to be. It just doesn't get very far.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure.
I can feel it somewhat in this
Yeah.
corner.
Well, it's so hot that
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably
It just
having trouble.
can't do that much. You know?
Right, it's
Yeah.
having trouble keeping the.
Like it's like 95 degrees outside.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Oh yeah.
I drained what little water was in the back of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you know, have water.
Mhm.
It doesn't drink water. Is that what you said?
It builds up water.
Yeah.
From it, so I have
Yeah.
to
Pulls it out of the air.
moisture in the air.
Yes. I have a dehumidifier because the house, you know, it gets so. I mean, the air conditioning takes water out too, but that really takes a while. Problem is, it blows out warm air.
Mhm.
So like so it takes the water out of the air, but then the air doesn't get cooler.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yours,
it's kind of
it's like an
annoying.
oven instead of.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
has
yeah.
all three. It has fan, air conditioner, and dehumidifier.
Well, air conditioners by design or
Yeah, are supposed to.
sort of pull some air, water out of the air anyway. But
And so the one benefit of this thing is that since we don't have to put the big air conditioner, even though that one is doing more effective,
yeah.
there's no place for the birds to make a nest.
Right,
No
yeah.
chirping, no annoyance, no
Ah.
stuff. The whole thing's sealed off, and they can't
Yeah,
make a mess out there.
that's good. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
We got the roast to make it happen. Anyways,
All right, so this is supposed to be a Duragar who's got this guy grappled.
is a Durgar like a dark dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or dwarf.
And this appears to be a tiefling acolyte.
Oh my goodness.
Like you.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little bit more time.
Tiefling.
Yep.
Or Tiefling.
So, what do you want to do? You want to talk your way through this, or
Let's try talking.
Yeah.
That's you two. Not me.
Let's try. Let's do that.
what do you want to
Since
say?
Since I'm a charismatic one.
Here.
Mhm.
I am too.
Mm-hmm. You could even try casting a spell on them too. Cast
Ooh.
something like charm, or
Do I have what? Well, I guess would persuasion do any good at this point? Or?
Could I cast
it would be just
command?
generally persuasion. But
Could
if
I
you had,
cast command on the one that's holding the old man?
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, maybe the old man is evil. We don't know. We don't know who's right and who's wrong. Right?
Well, is he struggling against the dark?
yes, he is struggling. He's trying to break free.
Well, if he was bad, he
two,
would still
break
be trying
free.
to break free. I say we.
Yeah, but I don't think a dark dwarf and a tiefling are going to be good.
Well,
I don't
hold
think
on.
they're going to be acting in the best interest
So there's a
of
dark
us.
dwarf and a tiefling.
Yes.
Tiefling,
Yes.
And the dark dwarf is grabbing the old man.
Yep.
Dwarves may
Yeah,
be
you're
small,
right.
but they're strong.
All right. So what were you suggesting?
That I cast command.
Madrid?
I can command the one who's holding the old man to just let him go.
One word command.
So I can say like release.
There you go.
Yes.
So it'll be a wisdom saving throw on their account. With your it says your spell save DC.
That is 14.
Okay. He lets go, and just stands there, kind of,
Five.
or she,
So.
and the other woman, acolyte, tiefling, kind of looks at her, and there's a moment of confusion. You might be able to say something.
I would say we'll pretend like we know the old man.
Mhm.
We'll say, Harry, come here. We've missed you. Get over here, quick. We missed you.
Roll persuasion.
Okay,
You persuade him to
Persuade?
walk towards us.
No,
Or sit?
persuading them to just ignore him.
Yeah, so I'm trying, while
Yeah.
they're confused, I'm trying to get him to, before they, 3
Plus.
plus, what am I?
Persuasion.
6, so 9.
Yeah. They just kind of stare at each other while you all leave the alleyway very quickly.
Oh, okay. Well, that was easy.
Hey, what's really your name?
I'm Cal.
Cal?
Cal.
Cal.
K-A-L.
Cal.
Yep.
I'm Rad.
Cal Rudhart.
Cal.
Cal.
I'll stick with the 3-letter name. It's fine.
Cal's eyes come into focus. He becomes as sober as a priest of Ilmater at sunup. Their plans are
Very
afoot,
sober.
he whispers. Their staff are ready. Their balance sheets are totaled, and that total is grim. They mean to bring to the end to all things. You must seek the magic. Only you can stop them. Only you. You. Who are you again? Sorry.
The Blue Meanies.
I'm after
Sort of
magic,
reminds me
sure.
of, the Blue Meanies are coming.
After this very specific, focused looking, he just becomes this addled-minded. Where am I? Who are you?
Do you know those men over there? There's people over there?
No.
Okay, let's get away from them. They try to kidnap you. For some reason, they're very easily confused by her single word and his phrasing.
Yes.
They just walk away.
Alright, so you want to call it there?
Yeah, let's do that. So,
Because the next is the warehouse itself.
all right.
so next
that'll
time-
be a good intro. What we have? So we have 2 extra people currently in our band of gypsies. I'll say. Band of gypsies. That was a Jimi Hendrix album. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, Cal's not really joining you so much as you just saved him from that moment.
Right.
He's joining us.
No, he's whether he knows it or.
Who are you again?
Well, he's
We're
joining
done.
us all
Yeah.
right.
They don't get a chance to abduct him. We get to abduct him.
Yeah. Well, we have an undead guy for 24 hours, and then we have
Yep.
Ted.
Cal for at least the next few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Ted, yes. It's a good name.
So, good introduction to this campaign so far?
Yeah, excellent. Good. Yeah. Man, it's the whole corporate thing is tough to swallow.
Yeah. Well, it's
But
more
hey,
comedy than anything.
Yeah. We're working for the man now, though, so, but we're still kind of.
At least we gotta meet the man.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, if you don't get to do
Yeah,
that.
and I still am untrustworthy, but that's okay.
He threw money at us.
We're rogues. We're kind of opportunists.
She's the rogue.
We're kind of opportunists, though.
That's true.
We'll,
All of us are opportunists.
we'll do our, and if we want to rebel.
So yeah, half of this book is the campaign, the other half is a lot of interesting side quests and running, how to run a company in the D&D world and how to get money on the side and have lackeys and interns and building your own business and stuff and basically making it fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, and a lot of it too, they also have like different things based on what type of class you are. So there's a list for bards that you just roll a d20, it gives you a random insult.
To use on somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
For your vicious mockery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know in what world being part of a corporation is more exciting than just being in an anarchic world with.
If you've ever seen an episode of Acquisitions Incorporated, it's the most exciting company ever.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
They have an airship.
They have all kinds of great fun.
Is it? Is actually a cartoon?
It's
or
the
animated?
original creators are cartoonists, and they partnered with Wizards of the Coast to create cartoon versions of themselves. So they have animated intros and stuff.
Okay.
But in general, they play D&D with their created characters. Omin Dran, they're
Okay.
yeah. Penny
It was
Arcade.
originally an audio podcast. They started out when the Dragons was in their 4th edition, and so right off the bat, they had 3 people together trying to make their adventuring group. And said, okay, well, we need a cleric, we need a wizard, we need a fighter. Your 3 basic classes. And Omin, the guy who plays Omin Dran, was like, I really like the idea of him, trying to get with the gods in order to basically just get money. He's all this about money, and so he sees himself as being the CEO of his company, of adventurers.
Right.
And so he just builds it up further and further, trying to get more power, get location, get more hirelings, and so they basically have guests come in as people come in and leave. and
For a long
to
time,
become
their first
interns.
main guest was Will Wheaton, played a character named Aelfell.
Well, that's
Star
not
Trek,
familiar.
Wesley Crusher.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounded
Yep.
familiar.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
He
cool.
died very unceremoniously.
Nah.
he fell into a pit of acid after a gong was hit in a main doorway.
Yeah, and then everyone else would mispronounce his name, and he'd be like, "It's Aelfell."
Aaron?
I remember when I bet I was barely 10 years old, maybe 12, I don't know, when Dungeons and Dragons had been out, and then they came out with New Frontiers, which was a space version of Dungeons and Dragons. And I just thought, that's just weird. Like, how can you do that? Which, I mean, you can apply it to any,
Yeah.
you know, but I just thought that was really weird. I wonder how.
Just
I wonder
got
how,
real.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how big. What was it? New Frontier? I think it was New Frontier. Or was it? It wasn't Final Frontier, but that's the Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think it was New Frontiers or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was big for a minute at least. I don't know how long because I wasn't into it, but I just.
It's
thought
like we
that
were
was-
playing Shadowrun for a very long time. We started with 5th edition Shadowrun. Now, this summer, they're coming out with 6th edition.
Huh.
And it's like, well, we put all this money and effort into 5th edition books, and it's like, well, we've replaced it all. So, unless you plan on sticking with 5th, we're not.
Well, did it from the beginning? Dungeons and Dragons, was it a certain company?
Yeah. It was the TSR, whatever this is.
TSR was one of the original companies, yeah.
Yes.
It was actually originally called Chainmail, I think, right?
Yeah, something very early on, yeah. And then a company called Wizards of the Coast bought it out, the rights to
Okay.
use it all. They've had it for over 20 years now.
So,
And the original version of it, instead of having halflings, actually I had called them hobbits. Then, of course,
And then they tried to license it. Well, you can't license hobbits. That's Tolkien. Tolkien owns hobbits.
does he really?
Yes.
Did he make those up?
Just
Did he
like
make that creature
George
up?
Lucas owns the term droid. Every time Android has to be licensed out something, they have to mention Lucasfilm owns the copyright to the word
Really?
droid. Yes.
Did they actually coin that term?
It was pretty much the mainstay. Yeah. Other terms, Android in general, they couldn't copyright, but droid, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So the premise
Hobbit?
of a hobbit, you know, a small person like a gnome or something like that, I
Yeah.
think is general enough, but the literal term hobbit and how they're being depicted,
right.
that, you know, they own that, you know, depiction of it.
That's
Maybe,
interesting.
so.
Because
Like,
I know you could write a book and then they, like, obviously Tolkien's stuff got huge, but how much rights can you own to the stuff in your book? Like, how do you pick? Like, you can't own the rights to elves.
How good are your lawyers? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't run. But so elves.
In first edition, was an elf a
Existed.
class instead of a race?
things were very different in first
Very
edition.
different in first edition. There were all kinds of things that you normally expect to be one, and there were other things if they
So
were there at all.
because D&D to me in general, although we could say D&D, but when you're talking about like space or this is still like medieval, but we add the corporation into it, or that book where you could
Yeah.
literally make it kids in a school,
Yeah, whatever you want.
whatever. So, like, to me, that seems like an open source concept without. So to me, it seems like everybody trying to think of a good analogy. It's hard to think of a good. I guess an open source OS, or say a car that's so popular that everybody makes parts to, like a Honda Civic, where everybody makes parts to customize it. Like where
Well, part of the
certain
game
cars,
is like-
very few companies do. Like, so almost where you could have basic universal rules that pretty much everybody around the globe goes, yeah, we accept that. We accept that this is what an elf is. Everybody agrees what an elf is. You don't have to define it. You can't copy it. It's just a thing. So you could literally throw all that out the window and go, you know what, we're just going to do our own thing. And basically, you just couldn't make money on it.
Right.
But who cares? Because nobody's making money on it but them, right? So like it's not like, so you can totally just play D&D without, and I guess having the rule books, but as long as you had your own version and you don't always change it, and really even a lot of the rules would stay the same amongst universal, because look at like I mean, there's other things like that where I'm sure there was like, before there was like a, soccer was worldwide. People in different countries use the same rules. Well, we don't have the same soccer association as Europe, as, Africa, whatever, you know what I mean? But I bet all the main rules are the same. I bet the size of the court, the size of the field's about the same size. I bet the ball is exactly the same ball everybody uses.
So they all manufacture
even though they're manufactured in different places, and everybody, different countries, different languages. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's not a great analogy, but...
Well, to a degree, that's kind of what they try to do with the Dragon's 5th edition, where they made the rules actually they made an SRD for it,
standard reference document?
Yeah, which is open source. So as long as you refer to the fact that you're basing your rules off of this document,
yeah,
you can do whatever you want with it.
There's certain creatures
cool.
like Beholders are specific to Dungeons and Dragons, to Wizards of the Coast, and they don't put that in the SRD.
Right.
There are other things that it's like, if you
and
want
that's
to sell
fair, because if you guys think of something and everybody sees it on Twitch and check out these guys in Ohio, like they got a really cool idea that nobody's come up with yet. We like that, and people in 5 other states start putting that in their game. You don't care.
And there's all kinds of
You're just
homebrew
like,
rules,
yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think that, yeah. But and this is not why I brought this up, but it leads me to this because it made me think of it. Why? Sure. Is that Eleanor was kind of simplifying a lot of it, and I thought, really, why not? And I mean, I think it got, because I bet it wasn't as complicated in the beginning.
Oh no, it was ridiculously complicated.
It's even worse.
Was it really?
Yeah, insanely. Oh yeah.
There,
There's a term called THACO.
What's that stand for?
To hit armor class, 0. So instead of armor class being a higher number being better, lower numbers were better. If your AC was 0, you were unstoppable, or negative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like bizarre.
Well, somebody just thought of that, and then they thought, "Oh, that's too confusing."
Yeah. And there's tons of complicated charts in like second, even 3rd edition. We have entire half the shelf there of 3rd edition books and 3.5 stuff, which is basically why Pathfinder even exists. Because a lot of people, when they went from 3rd edition to 4th, they angered in a lot of people who were fans of the game. So they took the open license, the SRD, and made Pathfinder.
But they also made an SRD of 3rd edition.
A company called Paizo.
So are they making money off of it?
Yes, they can make money because they based entirely on the SRD, and they also made their own original monsters and miniatures.
Do they have to give royalties to?
No. As long as they don't give, because they don't have any beholders in their game, because Wizards of the Coast owns beholders.
So they will. That's pretty
certain
cool.
creatures and
because
certain things cannot be carried.
Like Tesla. Tesla's a car company, but they supposedly they open up their patents and let everybody look at them, and they're like, we don't care. You can copy us. We don't care. We're not making secret. We want everybody to advance this. These electric cars and make better ones. But I don't know. It sounded like a pretty cool idea. So I had another good analogy. I don't remember what it was.
There's even spin-offs of Pathfinder as well. There's a company who made a game called Thunderscape. They basically bought the rights to this very old, it was basically a novel and a computer game in the early 80s. Yeah. And so the whole franchise fizzled out at that point. Well, this other company we met at Gen Con bought the rights to it and made a source book that's basically an add-on to Pathfinder in steampunk, like kind of a
They specifically said not steampunk.
Not
Steam
steampunk,
something,
yeah,
steam magic,
steam
something like that.
magic, yeah.
For some reason, they avoid the word steampunk. It's not punk. It's like, okay, it's steam.
Oh, the steampunk's the term for
exactly.
that. Who cares what
yeah.
punk means? It came from somewhere, so.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of homebrew rules. A lot of people, the way that they treat critical hits, there's like so many different possible ways. One of them is just roll double the amount of dice. One of them is just roll one set of dice and double the number. Another one is to roll a d4, and that's how many you multiply it by.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which can get very dangerous if you roll a 4.
That's kind of like cards, like it's some kind of whatever kinds of poker. People will be like,
whatever set of rules
in this
people agree on.
specific game, jokers are wild and aces are low or high or whatever.
Or Mexican train.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a
well, I mean, it's a train
game.
in Mexico, obviously, but what else?
It's a dominoes game.
Oh, okay, yeah. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they open sourced that.
Yeah, just today we were at Second Charles, and they had a
put
book
your die
about
away.
pirates.
Quick, go.
There's a book all about pirate adventure based on 5th edition. So
Oh,
you can
pirates
take your
would be
5th
cool.
edition books and combine it with this and have a whole new set of characters and creatures and weapons and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, there's something about dragons and the medieval. You know, I think Dungeons and Dragons is a catchy thing to say, but like.
Until next time, happy gaming. Bye bye.
Happy gaming.
Next Monday.
Thanks for watching our film.